I had pneumonia about 5 years ago. Went through a bunch of testing, and then about 4 years ago, they said it was pulmonary fibrosis, which my older brother had died from that about 14 years ago. So I knew it was very serious.
We knew that there was no cure for pulmonary fibrosis. We tried to put in as much travel and have as much fun as we could because we knew that eventually things were going to change for the worse.
All of a sudden one morning, even though my condition was bad at home, and I was barely getting around, one morning Irene brought me some breakfast. I took one bite and said, I have to go to the hospital. You need to call an ambulance.
So he was sick enough for us to really think that his only option at that time was transplant.
Dr. Playas was doing everything he could to get me higher on the list because of my condition.
He was declining so quickly that our team was entertaining the possibility of having to take him off the list.
The entire transplant team and Dr. Playas came in, and they told us at that time that they didn't think that Greg was going to make it and that he maybe had 24 to 48 hours to live. When the transplant team left, it was just he and I laid down next to him and I was just sobbing, and he was comforting me and telling me it was going to be okay. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning, and our wonderful nurse, who I call our angel, she came in and she said, Dr. Playas is on the phone and he has good news. And he told me a lung had come in and we were going into surgery in a couple hours. And I couldn't believe it.
Gregory Moore was, by definition, not anymore transplantable. And a miracle came through. He got, within the last 24 hours of his life, probably new lungs.
Fortunately, he recovered through the surgery fairly quickly and able to go home, and now he's recovering at home with his family.
I cannot find the words to say how phenomenal everyone has been here. You know, every doctor took time to spend time with us. Every nurse treated me like I was the only patient they ever had. It's just overwhelming.
From my perspective, seeing Greg not so ill, so that we can just go back to normal, it already is so much better, so much better. All the great things that we did before, we can do again, and it's a beautiful thing.